I thought my life was over when I found out I was being cheated on, but it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Maybe someone who's going through what I went through will find a bit of hope in it. 2 years ago, I was in a 5-year relationship with a girl I loved like crazy. She was my first serious love, and I was convinced she was the one. We talked about marriage, kids, and getting our own place together. I knew all her little habits, her quirks, even her flaws, and I love those too. But after all that time, something started to change. I was focused on work, trying to save money so we could move in together, while she seemed more and more distant. At first, I thought she was stressed, maybe going through a rough patch. I tried to support her, but I could feel that I wasn't getting much in return anymore. And then, one night, everything collapsed. It happened in the most ordinary way. I used her laptop to print a document and noticed she had left her Facebook account logged in. I wasn't the jealous type, but when I saw a new message notification popping up, my curiosity got the better of me. I clicked, and I read the conversation. That changed my life. She was writing to another guy, things she hadn't said to me in months, flirty jokes, compliments, plans to meet up. There was no room for doubt. My stomach twisted, my heart was pounding in my ears. I kept scrolling, reading every line, even though each word felt like a knife. That night I confronted her. She didn't deny it. She just said, "I'm sorry. I'm not happy anymore. I don't feel the same way." It felt like the end of the world. After 5 years, hearing that she wasn't happy and preferred someone else's attention, it made me feel like all those years had been erased in a second. I cried a lot. For days, I felt empty, worthless, abandoned. My friends tried to drag me out of the house. My parents called me every day, but I refused to go anywhere. All I wanted was to turn back time and fix something that couldn't be fixed. But then came the turning point. One morning, I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. Dark circles under my eyes, messy beard, red eyes, and I asked myself, is this who you want to be? A broken man because of someone who doesn't even want to be in your life anymore? That's when I decided to change. I started small, going to the gym. The first month was torture, but then I began to feel better physically. Then I picked up reading again, started learning new things. I went out with friends, even when I didn't feel like it. Little by little, I rediscovered who I was before I became someone's other half. And most importantly, I realized that I wasn't the problem. My value didn't disappear just because someone chose to cheat on me. It took about 8 months until I truly felt healed. And right then, when I wasn't looking for anyone, I met her, a completely different kind of person. We met by chance at a mutual friend's birthday party. It wasn't love at first sight, but more like an easy, natural conversation that made me laugh for the first time in ages. We started talking more, going out for coffee, and slowly building something real. The difference was night and day. With her, I didn't have to beg for affection or constantly wonder if I was enough. Everything just flowed naturally. She showed me every day that she appreciated me, and I wanted to do the same for her. Now, we've been together for over a year and a half, and every time I think about how broken I was after being cheated on, I realize it actually turned out to be a blessing. If that relationship hadn't ended, I might have stayed stuck in a one-sided, unhappy love. It sounds strange, but that betrayal was, paradoxically, the beginning of my real life. So if anyone reading this is going through heartbreak or betrayal, I want you to know something. It hurts like hell, but it's not the end. Sometimes, it's the beginning, because the people who leave you were never meant to stay, and the right ones show up when you're truly ready to let them in. Subscribe and like